So everyone, welcome back to another Crep Chief podcast. You just watched us L out on Supreme. And I think this brings us on to our first topic. In reselling, you never get every single drop. Today, we've all made about 200 quid each, haven't we, from all the Crocs drops. I copped the New Balance this morning as well. But you know what? They're actually that fresh that I actually see why. I can understand why these ones are actually reselling. And I might keep it by myself, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Crocs are trending at the minute, aren't there? We've seen a lot of Crocs.
Oh my God, Crocs is insane.
There was meant to be a rumoured one, wasn't there? The rumoured Pizza
Planet, nothing come of it?
No, nothing paid, but it was rumoured on like the social medias, it was rumoured on the website as well, the actual shoes itself, but it didn't drop. So
it's going to be a secret drop.
Yeah, we should eventually see them soon. But apparently one of our staff members went through the live chat and they said they've been discontinued and they're not sure if the stock's going to appear.
And then he sent another one saying that they've just not dropped it.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what's happening.
The thing is, Pizza Planet, mate, it's like a big Easter egg in it in the Toy Story fucking genre. Do you know the Easter egg brand? This is something you probably
Isn't
know.
it just like always in the background or something like that?
Yeah, it's always on like shit in it, like the bumper plate and stuff.
Yeah. I've never watched Toy Story.
What?
Never watched
Oh
Toy
my,
Story.
yeah, he said this the other day.
Are you fucking on smoke,
Never
lad?
watched Toy Story.
Do you know how the
watched
shoes? Do you know how the shoes have got?
Did you have a childhood, fam?
It appears not, mate. It appears not.
I'm messing, lad. I'm joking, lad.
Do you know how the shoes have like Andy on the bottom? On the Crocs, he goes, "Who's Andy?"
Andy?
Yeah.
Andy the big fat guy? No.
No one knows.
Andy's the kid.
Oh shit, Mazza. I was thinking, you know, like is it the first one where Woody like gets kidnapped by that guy? The guy like drives across the road, the big boy.
I've seen clips on it.
Seen clips of it?
I've seen clips.
When you get Alex watching thing, yeah. But on to another topic, we also had a bypass there, didn't we, for Crocs?
Oh my God, yeah, explain the fucking bypass.
Alex found it, so I'll let you explain it.
Here we go. So obviously, we meant to drop at 11, went live then. But we saw bot checkouts like from even like a few minutes before. So we're there on the website trying to refresh it. And it just said coming soon. But obviously, on a few websites, you can add the item to wish list, go onto the wish list, and then add it to cart that way. So I was like, go on, I'll give it a little try. Worked the charm, pinged it out, and then we had some good success off that.
Love that. You basically hacked the Crocs website,
Hacked the Crocs website, mate.
Insane, that, isn't it? Yeah, but basically, I think that brings us on to another point, though. Like, you get these innate abilities as you become, like, a more, you know, as a more, like, a bigger reseller. If something's dropping at 4 p.m., and it doesn't go live at 4 p.m., in my head, I'm straight away thinking, is this live? Is there some way I can check it out? Like, you would imagine the stock's live. Is the page cached? Is the page cached? You know, is it on a different page? Is there a new link? All that type of stuff. So, for example, exact same thing happened on the New Balance drop this morning. So, I was just thinking that, mate, these live, these or what? Like, you know what I mean? I want my money here. And I was scanning around the website, kept refreshing it. It was like, just like coming soon. And they actually changed the clock to a week away again. I was like, what's going on here? What's going on here? So then I was like, you know what? This all seems a little bit fishy to me. So then I went, boom, search bar, typed in the shoe name, page comes up. I clicked on like the search result from the page. Boom, there they was, all sizes in stock. I was like, whoo, straight in the CCN chat, boys, you know what I mean, make sure to search these. You can get to the product page by searching, search. So then I just went on after that and fucking did my thing, you know, added to cart, checked them out, and cha-ching, £60 has landed in my back pocket. That easy. Mad, innit? Honestly, mate, I was gassed up. My morning was off to an amazing start. I was like, yes.
But even on the Crocs shop, it was like, these are live. And I was saying to you, I was like, surely there's a way to get these. What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
But I was like, surely there's a way to get like these added to your basket, because I was like, you know what, if they've gone live, then surely we can get it to the basket. And 2 minutes later, Alex found the bypass.
You know what I was trying as Alex was doing the wish list? I went to another Croc shoe. And I was going to change the SKU. Yeah. I was going to inspect the page source and the element, because obviously the way the add to cart button works is there's like variables like saved in the page, like the product code. So what my plan was to go back to the Crocs page, go to a random Croc, swap the SKUs around. Then when I click the add to cart button on a standard Croc, it would instead send my add to cart request as the Buzz Lightyear shoe, for example, instead of the normal shoe, and boom, that would have gone in my basket. And honestly, I reckon there's a very high chance. Well, I reckon there's a 99. I didn't actually do it because Alex found the wish list jig before I managed to do it, but I reckon there's a very high chance that would have worked, because the was live, it's just the page wasn't showing them as live. So guys, quick interruption, time for a little giveaway. We're giving away £100 to somebody who comments on this video, likes this video, and subscribes to our YouTube channel. One quick thing, guys, we only had 13 comments on last week's video, so your chances of winning this £100 was 1 in 13. And on that note, I'm going to draw the winner from last week. So we're on this pick a winner code here. We're going to pick the winner now. Let's see. Liam1004, you have won yourself £100, mate. I'll pop the winner on screen now. But anyway, back to the podcast.
Remember on the PlayStations when they first
Yeah.
came out, that website was shocking. So they'd go live, but you couldn't actually add to cart.
Yeah.
So you just changed the SKU whatever
Yeah.
on like a washing machine or something, add to cart, and then you could check out.
On this sort of topic though, we are doing a pro Q&A tonight where Nathan's going through Shopify
Yes,
and like
sir.
sort of back end
How it
jigs and
works.
like tips and tricks. So for example, like Nathan, I think his full name's Nathan. It's called Nath. But basically, with the Prime drop and stuff like that, we had add to cart links. We had custom add to cart links. You could enter some sort of Google Sheets form, enter what sizes you wanted for, like there was like a case I bundle, what size you wanted for the T-shirt, what flavors you wanted, and it would create a custom add to cart link. And Nathan's going to show pro members exactly how to do sort of stuff and like
Yeah.
back end sort of things.
How all that stuff works, because it's just like a systemized system. There's add to cart links, all that stuff. It's just about, you know, knowing how Shopify works on like from like a bit of like a coding level. And granted, it's super duper simple. Like everyone listening to that call, you know, all the pro members who listen to that call, granted, if you've got a little bit about you, you'll be able to understand how all this works and you'll be able to use that on every Shopify drop. And that brings me on to, and on the same topic of like, you know, jigging the websites, hacking the websites and whatnot. Do you remember when Curry's, so basically the way the Curry's monitor works in CCN, there's every time you go to make like a restock monitor for a website, there's tens of different ways to make a restock monitor. You can make it off the add to cart button, you can make it just off what it says on the page. You know, sometimes there's APIs which show you how much like stock of a product's available. For example, for Curry's, we have like 3 different monitors. They all work different ways. Some of them just check what it says on the page, some of them try and add it to cart, and some of them actually just check the API to check the stock level. So we would get pings through in our staff server because in CCN we're always like disabling monitors that are like false pinging and, you know, aren't live, because people are like, oh, why are you pinging this when it's not in stock? And at the end of the day, mate, that's what their websites are saying. These websites bug out all the time. If we say something's in stock, we've got some kind of information from a website that is telling us it's in stock, and that's why we're constantly chopping and changing methods. So for example, with Curry's, we would get pings saying 200 units of PS Portals of restocks on Curry's, and then we would go on the Curry's website and there would be no sign of it in stock. And what I did one time was I did the exact same thing again. I got the PlayStation Portal code, went to a random product, and changed the variables on the page and then added it to cart that way. And it would allow me to have like the PlayStation Portal in my cart all the way to checkout, even when it wasn't in stock, but you still couldn't check it out even though the stock level was still on there. But it's just all about these little jigs. Like, you know, if I would have used that on an actual live drop, I would have still got a 5 to 10 second advantage because I didn't have to go to the product page, didn't have to add it to my cart, didn't have to go to the next page. I was already 3 steps ahead of everyone else because I already had it in my cart. And that's like the power of like hacking these websites and why every reseller should be learning how to hack websites.
I think restocks like that, we pretty much must have taken all the stocks. The average Joe isn't going to know how to do all this. All
Like
these
Crocs
tips and
today,
tricks.
Crocs, you
Yeah.
couldn't even buy them, yet we had the bypass to get it.
Yeah.
And that's why bots do so well, because bots have people working on finding bypasses pretty much 24/7.
Mate, people sell bot bypasses. I've seen bot bypasses getting sold for like 50k.
Yeah, it's crazy
It's
because
mental.
it makes
For like a
hundreds of
bypass.
thousands.
Yeah, it's insane. Even if it's little stuff like bot protection bypasses, you know, because like some bot protections cost money to like constantly upkeep to bypass. It's like captures, you know, captures cost thing. Like a normal recapture costs about like $2 per 1,000 solves. But basically, when you're scraping levels at an incredibly high level, you know, if you're monitoring 100 products on a website and, you know, you're refreshing them every second, you know, before you know it, mate, you're solving like fucking 5,000-10,000 captures an hour, and it adds that economical costing, and then it starts to cost to run your service and things like that, you know. That's why people would be willing to pay 20k for a recapture bypass on a website if someone's found one, because at the end of the day, there's monthly costs associated with running monitors and running bots and stuff. And, you know, if someone can bypass that, mate, then everyone's well happy, and it allows you to do it at like a higher level as well. Even like a rate limit bypass or something, insane.
And this is like something people don't really talk about too much, but like running costs, like running servers, for example, like CCN, like we pay, for example, some providers of monitors and stuff like that who have bypasses for certain websites, because certain websites are hard to do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we've got like Smith's one, haven't we?
Pokemon
Yeah,
Center
Smith's
is just
monitors
a
for
bot.
Sard. Pokemon Center is just the same. I don't know where we made our own one in the end, didn't we?
We didn't looking into it, yeah, but it was so
Pokemon
hard.
Center's fucking A. It's
one of the
so
hardest
hard
sites
to monitor
I've done.
Pokemon Center.
Yeah.
But like, if you're a dev and, you know, everything comes down to like cost and like cost benefit analysis and stuff. You know, you might be able to pay someone a couple £100 to do it for you, but then if you know what I mean, if someone's done it for you, then you don't necessarily have the full capability to like scrape stuff, and it comes down to like scraping links on websites, you know, finding links before the drop, and like talk about that. We didn't mention the Pizza Planet thing as well.
But well, this is the thing. So
We won't mention this now. Actually,
yeah, well,
we'll skip this.
yeah, we'll skip this part, but yeah, one of the things.
Yeah, we'll
on
skip
a
that.
different topic, I was thinking like that's why I zoned out a bit. But, like, do you reckon eventually you'll be able to get like AI to find bypasses to monitor the websites for you? Do you know what I mean? If like, because surely AI would
maybe.
learn how to do it and then solve it. Do you
It's
know
a
what I mean?
creative thing though, innit? That's what I think about it.
You know,
Like,
just teach it though. Like,
but,
surely you
but
can-
it's not the same for every website. It's not like just doing something, is it? It's like all these companies are constantly trying to stop bots doing it all the time. They're thinking of new methods, implementing new systems that stop bots and all these things. And it's like, to bypass the bot protections, you need to be creative. It's almost like art in a sense, you know what I mean? You can't...
outside the box.
Yeah, it's proper outside the box, mate. And I think like sometimes that like AI doesn't necessarily have that, from like what I've seen, doesn't necessarily have that creative. Because like the way AI works is like, you give it data sets. So for example, let's say I was actually on about this to another lad the other day. And he was on about, he wanted to make like a software, like a scanner for shoes that would legit check like designer shoes like LV and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I was saying like, mate, like...
There is one.
There is one, I know, and you have these scanners.
Yeah.
This is what I mean. So he was on about that, but he was saying that like, there's no way to do it from your phone and stuff. And I was saying, from your phone.
Yeah, check app.
Never heard of it.
It's an app. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Does like hype shoes as well.
Mazza?
Yeah, and it'll
Does
tell
it
you
work?
like, it'll give you like a percentage, I think it is.
Percentage chance.
Yeah, I've used it once, but I couldn't actually add credits to it because you use credits to check for
Mate, let's try
legit
that
check.
out.
Yeah.
You got it?
I couldn't buy credits. I used it a while ago I bought some shoes. I think it was some military blacks off eBay. So
What's
try
it
using
called?
that. Try Check App or something like that, legit Check App. And it should be in the App Store.
But yeah.
Go on.
Anyway, back to my point. I was saying to him, I was like, to train an AI like that. It's called Legit App, I think that's it.
Yeah.
To train an AI like that, you need like so much data. You would need like so many, like tens of thousands of shoes with photos, with like so much information about like how much light passes through a shoe, all this mad information relating to a thing that like to train an AI to do that, you have to give it all the information first.
Yeah, I know what you
That's
mean.
the hardest thing about it.
Yeah, and I think as
Maybe
well,
in the future someone will figure out a way to train AIs without giving it data. But like,
like
you've
a
got to
self-learning
think...
one. Like a self-learning one.
Like a self-learning one, but I don't think any of them now are ever, like they're all like ChatGPT. Like that's just took in loads of information, billions and billions, of like terabytes, megabytes of data, and that's what's got it to where it is now.
Yeah.
But like it needs new data to learn new things. Like it can't just learn on its own. But maybe they will maybe they've already made it and it's like under wraps because and that comes down to this thing about like AI being like dangerous. Because I think as soon as AI learns how to learn itself, the whole world will be completely
actually
fucked.
has
Overnight it'll be fucked.
if it actually has like free like access to the internet as well, because right now obviously it's limited. It's been given like a bit of data, but and that's it. But it doesn't have access to the internet. So right now, if it gets access to the internet, I reckon it'd be crazy.
Yeah, literally, it like, I think, I you know what I mean? Obviously, I'm no AI expert or like fucking whatever, but
Yeah.
I'd be very interested. I don't know if people might know whether it's possible for it ever to happen. But I'm assuming it fucking will be because we learn on our own.
Yeah.
So we've somehow our brains have somehow figured out how to learn on our own. So AI should be able to do the same thing. I just think that we're probably missing a couple of like these AI companies might be missing a couple of key components. And I think as soon as people did get wind of like AI that learns itself, then I think there'll be
New
massive,
world,
like,
mate.
It'll be like all over the news.
New
And
world.
people will be like stepping in like shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and this is what I mean. And it's like it's kind of like letting the genie out the lamp, innit?
Yeah.
Someone lets that escape, and it's fucking
It's a
fucked,
scary
mate.
thought.
No going back as well. That's the thing. I like bare shower thoughts about AI and stuff like that. And one thing that I was thinking about the other day, like, eventually will we get to a point where it's not a matter of who knows the most? It's a matter of who can use AI to the most effective possible way. Do you know what I mean? And ask it the right prompts. Yeah. What was that? You were talking literally like 30 minutes ago about is it a bracelet or something?
Oh, the Meta
yeah.
bracelet.
Oh, here we go.
Did you
What
Google
AI
it?
and stuff like that.
Did you Google it?
I didn't Google it.
So basically, what it is like, I won't be. I'm gonna Google this because if this video is like a deep fake, then like if this will be mad if this video is a deep fake,
Was it deep? Oh,
like a
West was
completely
made up.
fake video of
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg. Let me Google this.
you
Really
see that
quick,
UFC
boys.
did it?
Sorry if you.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
Just stood there with his hand out.
He's funny. Him.
Did you see that video of him in Congress getting grilled?
Yeah, but do you know
So
what? He
bad.
held his own though.
Yeah, he did, man.
Yeah, he held his own.
I felt bad for him, to be
Everyone
fair.
calls him a lizard though.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we
A
go.
lizard person.
Right, mate.
There we go.
So,
Strap in.
you know how I was on about like Neuralink and you can like control your phone and shit? Mark said that like at Meta, they've got like experimental technology. There's a bracelet that you wear on your hand, and basically it can read your neural signals. So you know when you think about like controlling like your hand
Yeah.
and whatever, So like, so let's say right now you think about like moving your hand, moving your fingers, but you don't actually do it, right?
Yeah.
He was saying that this bracelet can detect your brain waves, like some of your neurons fire and some of the waves go down to your hand even though it doesn't move, and the bracelet can detect that, and you can control the computer just by thinking about like moving shit, because the shit goes to your hand anyway, and like the bracelet can pick that up, so it's not like an invasive thing to control the computer.
Imagine that with Apple Vision Pros, and like you could just think, like, I'll stick YouTube on.
Yeah.
Bam.
That's what he was basically saying.
That's what I thought the Pro Vision was at first. I was like, you're going to be able to look everywhere and just think about it, but obviously didn't realise it was one.
No, but how it's set out now, though, Apple Vision Pros, it's really like just like cool in it. I've seen a video.
I'm gonna, as soon as it comes to the UK, I'm definitely gonna pop
I've seen a really stupid video the other day, right? And I don't really watch the Sidemen, but do you know Mini Minter, Simon out of it? He bought a pair, took it to like London, was like walking about London and stuff like that, and he was like just screens everywhere. He's playing football on a pitch, had like a screen of like another YouTube video, just like playing it on a football pitch above the goal, just kicking balls and stuff like that, and just cool. I thought like it's just really crazy stuff, and like he gave it KSI for the first time, and KSI's head was like blown up. It was like wow.
Yeah.
Because you've seen the dinosaur experience you can do in it. Right? Like,
Yeah.
And KSI was like.
Mate, did you see the TikToks of like people like going for like a shit with Apple Vision Pro on? You don't see that, bro. So like the guy walks in the toilet, sits down on the toilet seat with Apple Vision Pro on, and then just clicks it, and he's just like on a fucking mountain having a shit on top of a mountain.
You can do that.
Yeah. Obviously.
Around, he's just on a mountain.
Yeah, he's just on a mountain, and he's just having a shit. How mad is that?
You
Crazy, that, innit?
Obviously, you can do like mountains. You can do like the moon as well. I think I've seen people doing it. Just crazy stuff. I'd love to just experience one.
Yeah. 100%, I want to.
Ryan Trahan, that YouTuber, he went skiing with it on. I think
He did 40 hours in Apple Vision Pro.
Yeah, I saw that.
Ryan Trahan?
Yeah.
Mazza?
Oh, wait, was that a different guy I'm about?
It might have been that Zach. I don't know.
I don't know, mate, yeah.
He went skiing anyway, and then on these Apple Visions, he was like going down a mountain with the dinosaurs while skiing on this mountain. I was like, wow.
It's such a... I think it's amazing. I think it's such like a monumental technology, like, and it's just like, do you know when the first day after it come out and you started seeing like videos popping up on TikTok of people rolling down the street with them on, and I think just to see that is just like a proper like move. I think it's a moving moment in history. That like it's a proper like moving moment, and go just on reselling on the Apple Vision Pros. So I seen Sam Morgan posted a story the other day, and he was basically saying that like, oh, I'm selling Apple Vision Pro. So I messaged Sam, and I was like, you know, like, how much are you like selling these for, like whatever? And he's like, oh yeah. I was like, you know, are you selling a few? He's like, yeah. You know, I've flipped a few. He's like, you know, the biggest problem is people can't afford them though. Yeah. You know what I mean? People can't afford them. But he was basically saying that he's buying them from America for £3.5, and then he's shifting them to his clients for £4.5k. So he's making a £1,000 profit on the Apple Vision Pros. But he said the biggest problem is not everyone can afford it. It's $4,500. Yeah, and there's a lot of money that in it. And this is what I think the questionability about the resale price is going to be, is because it's so expensive. And you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. A lot of people aren't going to be able to afford on something so like luxury in a sense, and it's not a necessity. And it's £4,500. I think that's my only concern about the resale price of it. Is it going to resell because it's too high priced?
I think you're saying that now, but even though stock is literally, it's not even in the UK yet, and it's only £1,000 over. Like, imagine when it comes to the UK, mate. You'd be surprised if it sits for a bit.
If people had that money anyway in the first place, wouldn't they just buy it now rather than wait for when the UK releases?
I think people don't think like that though, innit? I think like when it comes to the UK, there'll be a bit of a hype train behind it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Do the US ones even work in the UK? Because I'm sure we've had someone in the CCN say they didn't.
Some said didn't, but I'd guess.
But you see people going on planes with them and that.
And it just
so I think it will work anywhere, mate. I think it probably does work anywhere.
It's probably just like a phone. I don't see why it wouldn't.
Yeah,
work.
You can't just buy a phone and it'll only work. Like you see, do you not see that video like that guy on the Emirates flight the other day? And the flight attendant was like, "Oh, no way!" Like blah blah blah. And she was like, "What's it like?" And he's like, "It's amazing." Blah blah blah. And she's like, "Oh, like whatever." And you could low key tell that she wanted to like try it. And he's like, "Do you want to try?" And she's like, "No." And he's like, "Sure, like you need to try." And she's like, "Okay, yeah." And she puts it on and she's like, "Wow, this is insane!" Like, and he's like walking her through it and that. And he's like sat on the plane.
What is it? Just YouTube video or just like...
This is like a TikTok, mate. It's like sat in that first class or something. And she comes over. There's a vibe. I thought, fucking hell, man.
Yeah, imagine that just cruising. Mate, you could sit in economy just with your Vision Pros on, just get YouTube.
Yeah, innit?
Oh no, do you reckon we'll start just like seeing everyone with them on? Like just everyone like...
I don't think for a while, mate.
Too costly,
I think it's too invasive. It's big boy. Just want to take a quick minute to talk about what we actually do here at Crep Chief Notify and what our business model is. So for those of you who don't know, Crep Chief Notify is a monthly subscription where we provide you with information on education on how to resell items like collectibles, limited edition items, clothing, shoes, anything we can make a profit on that we're going to buy and sell on eBay. Then we will tell you about this guide. So basically you pay us a monthly subscription, we tell you about all these items, when they're coming out, what date, what time, the best ways to go about them. You just use that information to buy the items, then resell these on eBay for a profit. Very similar to reselling Yeezys, sneakers, Jordan 1s, Travis Scott's, Off-White Air Force 1s, all that type of stuff. This is basically the exact same thing as reselling, and we will tell you any items that are coming out, which is around 10 items a week usually to get involved in. So the link will be in the description to become a member and find out what these drops are and start making money from reselling. Can you imagine when phones first came out? And it was basically like a fucking massive walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like,
Nintendo
no, everyone's going to do that. Bro, I watched some series on Netflix the other day.
What was it called?
I fucking can't remember what it's called. It wasn't like the best series, but there was just a massive like point in there that I thought was like a pretty like fucking impactful just moment. And it was like this girl and this lad, and the lad was like he was like an actor, and he just got a mobile phone. And he was basically saying like, and she was like, oh, you fucking mobile phone, like, la, la, la. And then he's like, give it a year and you'll have one. And she's like, no, never, I will never have a mobile phone, blah, blah, blah. Why would I have a mobile phone, whatever. Then a year later, she gets a mobile phone because it just like became more popular. But like people will be at the first like, why would I do that? Why would I get that? But as it becomes like less invasive and more popular and like whatever, then people will pick it up.
Yeah, I reckon give it 5-10 years, it'll be pretty much everywhere. I reckon a lot more than obviously people think now. You had one of was it the Meta one you used to have in the Chase?
Yeah, I had a Meta Quest 2. That was fucking mad. You all had to go on it, didn't you?
Yeah, I nearly fell over on that one.
You must have had a go, lad.
Never experienced.
I don't think you was working for us full time then.
Nah, never experienced anything VR.
Bro, I'll fucking bring it in, lad. It's at home. It is mad.
Is it?
But you can imagine how much it. Yeah. So I thought the maddest thing was you open it up and you're in like the fucking lobby, like the application lobby. And you basically just kind of like, it's like you're on like this fucking like mad like volcanic hill, and you've got like this mad gaff, like a mad view and that. and then what you do is like you draw a circle on the floor. You basically like spray paint a circle of like where you want like your walking area to be, where there's no obstructions. And then as you get to the edge of your walking area, it like brings up like this kind of like like matrix wall type thing, and then like you like pop your head out like this, and it slowly just like pulls you back into the real world, and then you like look back and you're back in like the whole world again.
Yeah.
And you like look through and then it's like the real world again. It's mad. But on them it's black and white. Like the vision, the real vision is black and white.
Really?
Yeah, because that's like that's one of the earliest ones. The Meta Quest 3, that's got like full colour and shit.
Controllers, don't they?
Yeah, they have controllers.
Well,
I think getting rid of the controllers is the best thing Apple Vision Pro done.
Controls about them. Do you know what I mean? Apple Vision Pro is so good, like you don't have to do anything, just stick it on your head.
And it obviously works.
Yeah.
Bit of software, mate. Fucking get rid of them controllers.
Already seen into is that they've dropped the controls and now using hands. Using your eyes,
Yeah, you can on the thingy, on the
use
Vision
your
Pro.
eyes.
Yeah, so
one way of
typing is like looking at the keys. You just like look at the keys on the screen, and then you just go you tap, but you look at the key, and it like, and where you're looking, he said it's like people say it's well precise.
Like sensors.
Nah, he said you can do that, but he said what's well quicker is just like looking around on the keyboard and just going.
You can actually you can
the
tap,
backspace.
but he said it's pointless.
Yeah, he said it's well slow. He said once you get used to just looking around and going, it works well better.
Do you think we'll start seeing in cars as well soon? Sorry about AI. Just thinking of like Teslas. Imagine Teslas have AI.
It's got autopilot. That's probably the most.
It'll be like, say, you get in the car, and it's like, what are you going to do today? It's like, I want to go shopping, I want to get coffee.
Yeah, 100%. That's the plan with Tesla, I'm pretty sure. But the thing is,
take Starbucks.
But the thing is, they don't know how to drive well enough yet.
I was thinking this one time, we coming home, and I was like, they're just like an old Tesla, and I was like, I wonder if he's got autopilot.
It's like from a developer's point of view, thinking about how hard it is to make a self-driving car, thinking like what they do at Tesla, how much money they have, and they've still not been able to master it.
Yeah.
It's just, and it's been like 10 years. Just shows how hard it is, mate. Because you've got to think, how many edge cases are there? Like, how many things driving around on the road? How many things of that are a once in a lifetime that only one person will see driving around ever,
true.
And that could cause a crash.
Yeah.
That's the problem of it. Like, and
There's no real way to get around that, is there? Literally.
Just right, but the best thing is Tesla, they've got tens, 20s of millions of cars driving around, and they're all always recording all the time. All that data goes back to Tesla. But then the thing is for Tesla, they have to have people on the other end writing about the travel. Like, you know what I mean? And like, and noting down
Manually
what happened here.
going
Yeah,
through it, yeah.
you've got to attribute your data.
Yeah.
You can't just send it like fucking videos. You need to like explain. The AI needs to learn, needs to know what was happening,
And
to
also
realise
how to
what's
improve
going
it,
on. Yeah, like. The biggest thing is it just needs to actually understand what's happening, and that's what like data points are. Like, it needs to know this is this, this is this. This was a person walking out into the road. This was like a fucking cat, like whatever. You know what I mean? It needs to know all them things to learn. You know what I think is a really interesting thing as well about the recent Kanye West is, you know, the Super Bowl ad,
Yeah.
and like how much money he made from that. I think the fact that that video, this just shows how the current world's changing. It's becoming less about like high quality videos and less about that type of stuff. Kanye West doing that video of him going, "Hey guys, I spent all the money on the fucking budget, blah blah blah,"
7 million
in the
on
car,
that.
shit quality, has been so viral.
So
The exposure that he got off that's the best. I won't be surprised if that might be one of the. I don't know Super Bowl promotion histories. I don't know what the fuck's ever happened on there. But to me, I think that's got to be up there with one of the best ones ever.
Easily, yeah.
But I think that just shows now how little quality kind of matters in a sense.
I'm
Yeah.
sure he
Isn't
got
it?
17 mil sales or profit off that. And
I'm sure it was I seen 18 mil, I think, somewhere, mate.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it only cost him so much.
7 million, I think it said.
Yeah, I think it's 7 million, so he made
Yeah.
a mad profit.
It's just crazy. Like, when I seen that, I was like, do you know what? Cool guy. And everyone hates him, but I think he's done some dodgy stuff in the past. Like, let's not
Mad
deny
character,
that.
innit?
Yeah, he's done some dodgy stuff in the past. And do you know what as well? Do you know everyone, all the record labels like Apple Music and stuff like that, are removing his album from like the charts and stuff like that. So like when on iTunes, I think it is, they removed his album stuff, and it keeps removing, getting back on.
His new
removing.
one?
Yeah.
How come?
Don't know why. Just don't like him. No one likes him.
Yeah, he's controversial, isn't he, mate?
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing, I don't know how deep, like, I even believe in myself. Obviously, I don't know though. It's such like a conspiracy about like, you know, like the other agenda of the world. Like if someone goes against the agenda of like, you know, like the fucking Matrix, for example, then they do like, this does happen to people. I don't know what you boys think. I don't know if you believe in like the Matrix in a sense.
I reckon there's defo something. Like, sure, with tape, obviously completely different to
Yeah.
Kanye,
But it's same thing. He's being removed off
Same thing.
platforms. Yeah.
I think it's the same thing, mate.
Yeah.
I think he speaks out against fucking like oppression,
Yeah.
and like and about free speech and whatnot, and that type of stuff. And it's kind of like, and I think, yeah, I think it just all comes back down to this kind of like, you fucking, everyone is being oppressed, whether they fucking like believe it or not. There's people pushing agendas on you all the time. Everything you fucking do, mate. It's just fucking, there's agendas everywhere, I reckon. Serious Matrix taught this, so.
Yeah, serious Matrix. Just thought. Have you seen
Back on Kanye West real quick though. Obviously, all the stuff on his website's like 20 quid, innit?
Yeah.
Under 20 quid in that.
17.
What do you reckon? Do you reckon there's a chance like a resale?
Yeah, so seeing obviously you saw the hoodies before, and the £40 delivered, so shipping was 23 quid. The hoodies were 17 quid, and then
Yeah,
on eBay
yeah.
you had a look at like 100, 110 quid.
Because.
What?
do you know
What,
it
on
is?
eBay?
Yeah, but
So
listen.
110 quid on eBay? What?
But this is the thing, so like not everyone knows the Yeezy Gap, because obviously Yeezy did a collaboration with Gap ages
Yeah, yeah.
ago, and if you look in the stitching, it's some blue random label, but what it is, if you zoom in, really high quality, it's the Yeezy logo, but in the Gap font, if that makes sense.
Mazza.
So like, if you look on eBay right now, them exact hoodies, the zipper ones, £110.
Are we going to resell it?
This
Yeah,
is the
they're
thing,
on the monitor, but they're out of stock at the
Oh,
minute.
they're out of stock?
Yeah.
Shit,
I reckon
man.
it was just a shock drop and must have gone
£17 off for a hoodie. Where
Insane.
can you find that?
Insane.
Especially if it's Gap quality as well.
Yeah.
Mazza.
You were amazed that they were over 100 quid on eBay as well?
Yeah, I was looking at that.
Yeah.
Like,
Mate,
it's the
hopefully we
same
see a
hoodies.
restock of that.
I know. It said
That'd be
that,
dirty.
Another topic I just thought about, and do you remember the Drake caps? The Drake caps.
Oh, yeah.
They're reselling. And that was all from a meme, wasn't it? Just trends.
Is that on the monitor?
That's on the monitor as well, but it's not restock yet.
We've pushed them once before.
Oh, mate, I wonder who's going to drop it again.
Last year, sometime we pushed them.
We pushed some stuff, didn't we? It was the Drake Airways collab. That was big. There was nice resale on that. There was like 100 to 200 quid profit on that, and it was fire, mate. I thought, jeez, man, I'd love a bit of that, mate. It was fucking money, wasn't it? That website's so sick, innit? His little Drake website.
Do you know he's copied his website?
I'm on.
Yeah.
Oh, shock.
For his drinks.
It is sick, though, isn't it? It is sick,
Yeah,
innit?
he's a sick website, but yeah, he sells
The
a lot
Drake
of
one's
stuff,
fucking cash, mate. He's such a rich G Drake, innit? I wonder when he's coming to the tour in the UK. What do you reckon?
Oh, everyone was saying this year, and it was rumoured, but I ain't seen nothing. I don't think it'll be this year, personally. I don't reckon. Maybe next
Hopefully
year.
next year. They'll be
And
fucking insane reselling them
Kanye West
tickets.
as well is touring.
Yeah,
So
hopefully
that
you
should
can.
be big resell.
Bad.
Big resale. When was the last time? Wasn't it like 2016 last time we did a performance or something?
Yeah, 2016 we had.
Yes.
9 years, man. Yes! That's a lot of demand, Bill. There's a lot of demand
Yeah.
cooking in the pot, that, boys. A lot of
Oh,
demand.
big
I'd
deal.
defo go tap me. I think that'd be sick.
But I don't know, like with Kanye though, you heard his new songs.
Two or three of them are alright.
Out of what, 50?
But I think every, do you know what,
John
bro?
Cena live.
But you,
The 2 or 3 songs.
Bro, on like for example, I think that like out of when an album drops, like realistically, how many? When was the last time an album dropped and you thought, oh my god, so many fucking bangers on here? What do you think? Like, the recent one, the recent one. Do you think how many bangers do you think are on that?
Drake.
Yeah, the recent one.
I reckon a good 5, maybe 6. Drake always drops bangers.
Yeah, he does always, but I don't.
The songs that grow in you. So initially, Kanye
Yeah.
West said, like, my songs right now aren't for this current time period. It's for like 10 years' time. So you listen to my album in 10 years and think, right, each of these songs is slappers. So then the same thing with Drake as well. Drake will release songs like, listen, you don't get it yet, but just keep listening,
Yeah.
you will get it eventually. And the same with Kanye West. Like, we all go back to Kanye West's old songs now, don't we? Like,
Yeah, true.
his Graduation.
Yeah, 100%.
All the old songs bang. And I reckon the same... I don't reckon it might apply for this album, but like some songs are okay. The one with his daughter singing is a bit weird.
Yeah, it's so
Bit mad
West.
at it.
I'm not a fan of that one. So West.
Yeah, so West, mate.
Kanye West.
I think Dude That's the best tune. I think that's what it's called.
Which one? The
Do That, I think it's called. Oh, just like boys, fresh CCN App update has just been approved by the App Store.
Oh, yes.
Cheers,
fantastic.
fresh on board and update out, boys.
What goes on behind the CCN app and like the test flights and stuff like that? 'Cause you used to be testing.
Oh,
before,
my
weren't you?
God.
I had the notifications come through.
Set Alex up on it the other day, mate, because I was like fed up of doing it myself. I was like, Alex, retest this for me, please, mate. But I must have gone to test like something like 10 times, and then I asked him for like the 11th time, and he's like, "Bro, lad, good job, I love you, Milo, lad." Like I was like, "Bro, how stale is this?"
Did you just sign up?
It's just long. It's just like
it's
long.
just
Yeah,
testing.
signing up, typing away, deleting the app, reinstall. It's long. I probably should. I need to go and learn off someone like how to make a fucking good app. Like we're doing an all right job. I'd give it an all right job, to be honest. Like it's fucking.
I think you're being harsh on yourself, lad. It's
But
really good.
I don't know. I would like to. I don't know. I'd like to go. I probably should go to like some fucking like coding day, like a big conference and that, and like just listen to some shit about like what the best practices are and shit. Like I believe you can pay people to test the app for you, which I might just start doing instead of me doing it or Alex doing.
Beta tested you.
Yeah, but like you can pay companies and they'll just test it all for you,
And try and break it.
and then they'll give you like really nice reports of like what the issues are.
Probably a good idea. That.
Yeah, in depth. Yeah, but to be fair, like, do you want to start talk as well, like how you actually got the app started? Because like,
Where did the idea come from?
yeah, and obviously the quote as well. A quote from getting someone else to make it.
What?
The quote for getting someone else to make it as well. Do you know what I mean? You
Oh
went to a
yeah,
third
yeah.
party.
So long time ago, tried making a Supreme Bot mobile app way back 2019 probably. Spent a lot of money on it, never happened, could never get it to work. And then we also got them to quote a CCN app because this one CCN app was booting off. I think they quoted like 120k, 150k, but this does a lot of shit in there. Like it was mad. And generally looking back on it, I probably should have read over that thing again and realised that like my biggest regret was not making it like Discord. It would have made life so much easier if we'd have just duplicated Discord. That's the biggest problem. Like we decided to like make it this like mad layout, and not even mad layout, but like a different layout.
Friendly. Because at the
Yeah,
minute it is really
tried to make it.
user-friendly.
Yeah, tried to make it more user friendly, but like I really wish we'd have just gone and made it like Discord because it would have made life well easy.
Yeah.
Like going forward, but they quoted like 120 grand, 150 grand. There was loads of mad features in there. On the next podcast, I might fucking get the quote out and I'll read to the read out to the features to you. But anyway, did that, and then we kind of just like our business mentor at the time was like, "Boys, you need to make an app. You need to make an app. You need to make an app." So then we were just like, right, we're just gonna do it, and then we just did it, and then we decided we was gonna make it, and we started making it. We just made it a companion app for like restocks at first, and then did that, and then. Yeah, then it just came about, and the first version was well ugly, and then it's just got progressively better from there. Made a better version, and the current version that it is now has probably been like it's been the same for about a year, a couple of like minor tweaks here and there. But the hardest thing is porting all the information over from Discord, like getting all the info from Discord to relay on the app in like the right way. That's the hardest thing. So we just spent a lot of time on like making tools that like decipher information on the Discord automatically and send that to the app for people to like utilize and read. And like for me, it's like I don't have Discord notifications on. I just use like the app notifications like coming through, like just pinging them through. So yeah, that's basically the story. To be fair, there's not really much to it.
But people don't really understand like what goes into like making an app, especially alongside Discord as well, because people think, oh yeah, it automatically gets done, but no, it's so much faster, especially for ourselves. You need to make sure the information is obviously sent across the app fine. Do you know what I mean? And it's just there's a lot involved to it, and people don't really understand, which is obviously giving a bit more insight to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the hardest thing and the thing that I didn't even think about at the start was getting the information off the Discord onto the app. Don't know how I didn't think about that, but that's the biggest thing but that's been the hardest challenge. It's like, how do you decipher information automatically from the Discord to go on the app? Because Discord, we're as a business, we're so tied to Discord, and it'd be a massive change for us all to never use Discord again. And I think we would lose. The service would get worse if we just used other ways to post information onto Discord and to the app, where it just makes sense, to be honest, to just decipher the information from the app, decipher the information from the Discord automatically, and send that to the app, and yeah, I think that's the easiest way that it can be done, really. And it's kind of just like a duplication, just kind of deciphers the information of the Discord and makes it easier to understand and digest on the app. That's what I'd say is the main thing.
What's your long-term goals for the app? Like, what's the end point where you're sort of happy? Because at the minute, like, we're sort of thinking about adding a lot of features, aren't we, and making it as best as possible, but like, what's end goal?
Maybe sneakers on there?
Yeah, I want to put sneakers on there and stuff. End goal, I toyed with the idea of making a free version of the app as well, and it'd be more than that, but I'm not really mad convinced on it, because I think like we was talking about making it into like a bit of like a hype reselling social media app, but I think that's probably the worst fucking possible thing we can ever do, because I think, like, can you imagine how hard it is to get an app like that off the ground?
Yeah.
Well hard. You
Especially
just never
news one as well. We had the idea of
people
getting
don't
news
want to
on
like
there.
give up Instagram and TikTok and that. You're fighting for attention. So I think that's not the way to go. I think the way to go is just build our service out on the app. Get the information correctly on there and make it easier. And I think we need to just kind of have a proper think about how it's going to work. I think probably the whole thing needs like restructuring. Like the design, the way information comes through should be completely changed. Like, I think that's we need to just think of a way to do it. To be honest, I've got so much shit going on that I've not even got time to really. It's something that I need to do, but I've not even really got mad time to think about like how we could like significantly change it and make sure that happens. To be honest, I feel like there's just so much shit going down that I'm kind of like fucking hell. Like,
you don't stop.
Not even that, but it's just it's to a degree, but. I don't know.
I just not burn yourself out though, because obviously like you do have a lot of stuff going on. Do you know what I mean? Like, how do you not burn out?
That's a good point.
Because as well, and this is useful for anyone watching, like I say everyone else, but people obviously work all day, they get home and they watch YouTube, see all these like influencers saying, oh yeah, start your own side hustle and do this, buy a dream card and stuff like that. But most people just burn out when they get home from work, do you know what I mean? And most people do have lives, they have kids, family, they've got to make dinner and get ready for the next day, do you know what I mean? Like how do you not burn out? How do you get the motivation?
I think it's hard, and I think one thing, I only ever experienced the fucking definition of burnout December this year. December just gone. And I genuinely thought I couldn't be like, bruv, I don't even know what it was. I never felt it like that before, where I genuinely felt like, can't even explain it. I just felt like, what the fuck is going on? Like, the needle's not moving. Like, you know what I mean? Like, getting past this point, like, I feel like I've just been like at the same point in business for like a whole year, if not longer. And like, it's not, and I don't know, it just feels like it's not growing. But we're doing all this work and shit, and nothing's really, there's no like gold rush in a sense. And things are just like, things are obviously getting better, but I felt like towards the end of like December last year, I was just proper like, fucking hell, mate. Like, it's a chore, and I don't know what's going on. Don't know what the plan, like, realistically, I don't even like, didn't necessarily know what the plan was in a sense, like how we're gonna like grow from here, how we're gonna get past this. It's kind of just a bit stuck. And then I was kind of saying, I had a call with our business mentor, and he was kind of like, and I say, he just had a call, and he was like, mate, what's going on? Like, not in that way, but he could just tell that everything's all over the place, like the whole way the businesses are all run, like they're all over the place. And I was like, mate, I feel like, I'm so glad you've like said this, because I feel like, I don't even know myself, don't know what's going on, don't know why we're not growing, like why aren't we growing, like, we're putting all this work in, the needle's not moving. And he was kind of just saying, like, the people who I work with who make 10 million a year, 20 million a year, 100 million a year, their businesses operate differently to yours. Granted, they're all ultimate churners, but like, you have like systems and processes in place. He said, if I want a number for something, a start, analysis, they have everything, all of the numbers, they're analysing everything going forward. And I feel like to get past this point, like now, this will be like the hardest point to get past. And I feel like once we get past this, it'll probably be, but obviously to get from like 10 million to 100 million is probably incredibly hard again. But it's like, just getting to this, like, realistically, I want to be making like £1 million a month. But it's like getting to that point is like so unbelievably hard. Like, you'd think that it's just more customers, more stuff, more like that. But it's not just more customers. It's just, it's not right. I feel like the businesses are like missing, like they're missing structure, they're missing things. I don't know what it is, bro. I'm still undecided. But the end of last year, I was just thinking to myself, like, fucking hell, man. Don't even know what's going on here. Like, what is going on? Like, granted, we're still, like, obviously it's you know, in the grand scheme of things, it's a good business. But, like, it just wasn't growing. And that's what, like, burnt me out to fuck. And I kind of just got to Christmas. And over Christmas, I kind of took, like, 10 days off. Obviously, you know, I was fucking well ill. Like, I was well ill on, like, 20th of December. So I was well ill for a few days. And then over Christmas, didn't really work. Didn't work until probably till, like, the 2nd of Jan. Probably like 20th of December to the 2nd of Jan, I didn't work, kind of just like switched off a bit, just chilled out, didn't really do anything. And then on the 2nd of Jan, I kind of just a bit revived. I think I just needed time off more than anything.
Yeah.
But like,
that
was a rant and a half, but like, you know what I mean? I feel like it's an impossible to avoid, and I feel like at times like that, you kind of do have to just chill out a little bit. Do you feel like that Hayden Tim guy, the watch guy? You know who he is? Oh, you must know who he is. He does that thing challenge where he like sits in a random place in a park and he just has a timer on his iPad.
Oh yeah.
And people come and find the watch.
Yeah.
And he gives them a free watch. Like, yeah. Churner. And he put a post up about a year ago, and he's doing I can't remember. I wish I knew the stats of that he'd done this year. I think he sold I think he might have sold like 10,000 watches in a day this year.
Mad.
On Black Friday.
Like a live
he's like live on the call, like, woo boys, like, boom, blah 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 blah. Really? And he's a churn, and he put a post on like about a year ago, and I remember seeing it, and he was like, I'm just so fucking burnt out. But then it was like a proper, like, quite an emotional post for him, like he was like walking on the street and he's like, I'm taking time off, like, you know what I mean? And then he didn't really hear from him for about a week or two, and then he just fucking came back, and then it's like this year he's done like sold 10,000 watches in a day or something mad. Yeah. I can't remember how many it was.
He's done so in the last 3-4 years, and remember when he first started?
He's a churner.
Insane.
So I think the answer to the question is, how do you avoid burnout? I don't think you can. I think you just got to be excited by what you're doing. Like, you've got to be gassed up by, like,
I enjoy it.
Doing, like, you know, you got to find like ways to do that. And granted, you're not going to be like gassed up all the time, but you just got to grind it out throughout. And then if you really do feel really burnt out, maybe sometimes you do just need to fucking switch off for a little bit, just reset and chill out, and then come back.
Yeah,
that'd be my answer.
Good half an hour answer.
Nice, chilling.
People just think, you know, it's churn. Yeah. It's not. There's obviously different limitations, and I imagine when you get to a certain point in business as well, like you come through different restrictions, different bottlenecks and stuff like that you need to overcome. Do you know what I mean? And trying to find solutions to them, I imagine it's quite hard and challenging, especially when you don't know the answer yourself and you just got to work for it.
I think that's just all part of the fucking process, though, isn't it? Like, you just got to,
just life at the end of the day.
Literally.
But a lot of people at home who just sort of, you know, who do the obviously daily like job, work 9 to 5, get home, they feel burnt out, you know, just got to get through it. What do you reckon to them?
Bro, that's the hardest position to be in. Yeah. Because like,
it's the norm, innit? Oh, it's like the bubble thing you were saying.
Yeah, it is, mate.
Let's talk about the bubble thing. So like talking that as well. You give your sort of rant about that.
So basically, like, I went to this thing the other day, and he was basically on about this thing called the bubble, and it makes fucking complete sense. So like, you're in like your little bubble, and like in your bubble is things that you're comfortable with. So for people, it's like going to work, you know, going to the gym, you know, family, friends, going to like a restaurant that you usually go to, all them things. You know what's going to happen in every situation. There's no uncertainty there about what's going to happen, and your body just naturally drives towards, like, it just loves certainty, doesn't it? You know, it's looking for a reason to kind of, oh, fuck that, risky, you know what I mean, or whatever. You're constant, like, your brain's but it's like survival skills, isn't it? Like, you got to think like how you would naturally be wired. It's like survival skills. So, you know, you're in your bubble, blah, 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 and all these things are comfortable inside of your bubble, but it's like, realistically, where do you think all the money is? Where do you think all the success is? Mate, the success and all the money is fucking well and truly right outside your bubble, far away, mate, and you've just got to, like, go out your comfort zone, you've got to put yourself through risks, even if at the time you don't want to fucking do it, you know what I mean? You just got to, like, force yourself to do it. And it's hard, man, because sometimes I think about it, it's just, you know what I mean? There's loads of things. Like, imagine like going publicly speaking on a stage.
Yeah.
You'd be like, whoa, this is fucking scary, man. Can you, like, you know what I mean? The anxiety, the fear behind it. But you've kind of just got to force yourself to do it. And once you've done it once, you're probably like, oh, this is much better. And second, third time, fourth time, fifth time.
It's a bit like going for a first date. Do you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
100%, bro.
For your first date, and I've been through it before, I'm sure you guys have, you are nervous, you know what I mean? But obviously, once you go for your first date, you want to go back for more, do you know what I mean?
100%.
And you feel comfortable.
And once you go on more first dates,
yeah, you're fine.
you know that the script is going to be fine.
Yeah.
Like, you know that you just get there, or however, you know, you've got your fucking play worked out. Like, you fucking, you know what I mean? You got your whole strategy. Yeah, you got your strategy, like, all worked out. You know where you're going. You know what I mean? And then it just becomes easier because you just know that, like, you've done it loads of times before, so you know that it's fine. And it's just the same thing. It's like going to the gym. I think especially if you're really, like, when I was, like, before I started going to the gym, I was kind of, like, I was fucking well scared in a sense. Because, like, the worst time for me was when I was, like, living at home with my mum. I used to have to go to a pure gym. And, bro, I was, like, the nerdy kid at school. I didn't do fucking sports, didn't do any of that shit. So I had no muscle on me, bro. I was, like, weak as fucking shit. I was absolutely weak. And it's, like, the fear of me going to the gym, all these, like, fucking geezers being there. Everyone's, like, fucking, you know, they know what they're doing. They know how to do weights, blah, 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 all this stuff. And like the fear of looking like an idiot, you know, you have to push past that to actually learn about how to go to the gym. And now you go to the gym and it's kind of like, I know exactly what the fuck I'm doing, like blah 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 blah. I've been going for, like, you know, however long, and you get past that fear. But like for me, that was one of them things. But then, and this is what comes down to, now gym is inside my bubble of comfort. Like, I know what the fuck's happening, you know what I mean? I know exactly.
It's basically in your home.
Yeah, it doesn't feel, I'm not like shit, you know what I mean? All these geezers are gonna be looking at me. Nah, it's none of that shit.
It's natural,
because I know even if I went to a public gym now, I wouldn't even be like fucking
A public gym.
I don't even like public gyms.
I just mean,
obviously I go to like a PT one, but like the thought of public gyms, I just don't really like them. And it's just because the fact, like, when I go to a machine, you got to wait sometimes. You know what I mean? Especially if you go outside of work, you know what I mean?
It just becomes norm though again. Like, obviously it's not efficient, granted, but it just becomes the norm to just kind of like work through that, and like, you know.
This sort of comes back to reselling as well, because like we have resellers in CCN who, you know, are scared to get stuck in and stuff like that, and they'll ask questions in chats, and then like, obviously people will cry at them saying, oh yeah, you should know this, you know, read the guides, blah blah blah. And like, you know, we've all got to start somewhere. Like, even when 100%. I started CCN, I was asking questions 24/7. The same questions I would get answered in the guide, I'd still ask the questions in the chats because it's just nice to get stuck in.
100%.
And do you know what I mean? Like, we've all got to start at some point, and it's kind of like, as well, going to the back of, you know, what sort of motivates you and what sort of gets you through your day is, you live one life. You know, if you look back in 30 years and you think, oh, I should have gone on that first date, I should have done that, you know, meeting, do you know what I mean? You look back in 30 years and you think, right, I'm gonna die in 20. You know, I should have just done that meeting. You know, imagine I'm someone else. It's like the butterfly effect as well. You do something and it'll just change your whole life trajectory.
100%, mate. And the more you become comfortable with like doing shit that you're uncomfortable with, the better you become. And it's just as simple as that. It's just, yeah, I think.
And that's why they
recommend.
And
you bring more things inside your bubble, and your bubble expands in size, and then you're just expanding out to more cash. That's the way I look at it, our success.
The guy on TikTok, Hussein, he's not, you know, scared to speak to people. He's like obviously going out and finding opportunities, and obviously it just comes to him naturally now because he knows what to expect or what to look for. Yeah. Like, no normal person could do what Hussein does. He's just so natural to it. And the guy's going in Grammy Awards, sneaking in and stuff like that, knocking over, going on the front page. He was on the airline to IB for. They had a whole party in the plane. You know what I mean?
That was a sick podcast, that, wasn't it?
Yeah. But it's just like, just get out your comfort zone and just, you know, live.
Yeah, man. It's fucking, just do it, bro. I think, you know what? It's literally like I've always said this, bro, from like the beginning of time. The fucking answer to life is just literally wrote in Nike's slogan, bro. It's like, obviously not in every case, but like the saying, just do it. Just fucking, like, if you're thinking about doing something, like, I'm scared, just fucking do it. Yeah. But it's hard at times, mate. Granted, I'll fucking say it now, bro. There's been loads of times where I've been allowed to do shit, and I'm like, nah, fuck that, flapped it. But it's just life. But it's about, like, breaking down them barriers, innit, I guess.
And another good saying is, and this is like, always sticks to me this, I always tell people this, and it's like, if it was easier, everyone would do it.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? So you've got to find stuff that's not easy to do and just absolutely conquer that thing, you know what I mean? Like, with reselling, just put your mind to it. Side hustles, put your mind to it. Amazon FBA, you got people churning hundreds of thousands just because they're putting their mind to it and just churning away.
Yeah. And you can do anything, bro. If you put your mind to it, man, you can literally do anything. If you stick at it, you can literally make anything churn. And I think as soon as you unlock that secret, like you unlock that self-belief in a sense, then it's a game changer for you. But I think, like, to get that, it comes with like I don't know. It just comes with time. You know, it's actually a pretty mad story. I was speaking to my dad the other day, and and my dad's like a super confident guy, mate. Can chat to fucking anyone. Like he's a proper like fucking a bit of a jester in a sense, mate. And he's like, and he was saying, and he was like, I can't remember how he got onto the conversation, but he was like, you know what? Like I wasn't even like mega confident. I wasn't like even slightly like I am now until I was 30.
Yeah.
He was like, before I was 30, mate, I was fucking well shy. I was like, fucking hell, man. I didn't even know that, in a sense.
What switched it? Like, what made it?
I don't know. Do you know what I should have asked him. But I think it just comes with time, mate. I think it just genuinely just comes with time. Everything in life just comes with time. And that's why I think Gary Vee's a bit of a fucking mega dog. Well, obviously, he's a mega dog anyway,
Yeah.
but he's like, you know what I mean? Even if you're like fucking late 20s, early 30s, mate, even if you're 40, you still got so much ahead of you, and you know, you got so much life experience and all this stuff. It's like only going to benefit you. And I think like no matter what situation you're in, it's just fucking...
Do you reckon you
get
just
up
get
and do
past
it.
a certain point where like something just clicks and you just sort of look like on life differently? Do you know what I mean? Like you sort of look at things differently.
I kind of was like that. I literally, probably 2 years ago, I used to be always worried about what people think and that, and now I just couldn't give a fuck. Right?
But this is because you came out your comfort zone. You started reselling. You started doing videos.
Yeah.
with
Exactly,
CCN.
yeah, exactly.
Bro,
And that's
you
what it is.
never wanted to do
Exactly.
videos for CCN, bro. Did you? Like, you was well nervous for it.
The
But that's what I mean.
stories and
Again, where do you
Comfort
think the
zone.
fucking cash is, mate? Now, if someone asked you to do a video for pretty much anything, you'd be like, oh yeah, fucking
Yeah,
easy,
sure,
mate. Light
yeah.
works. You've done it hundreds of times. Same thing for like me and all three of us here now. Like, I wouldn't even be like phased by like doing something like that because I know that like.
Like when
I
you
could do
started
it.
YouTube, I remember the first day we started the YouTube
Yeah.
videos, and you were doing takes and you're getting all nervous. But now it's just,
100%, mate.
cares?
And I nearly took the first YouTube video down, bro, because I'm well paranoid about it.
Everyone go watch it right now.
Go watch it, mate. Go watch all you want. It's fucking funny, mate. Then you'll see how fucking skinny I was, bro. It was
Yeah.
fucked. I look like a child. It was horrible. But anyway.
But sorry to rant and stuff like that, but like going back to the sort of topic of like put your mind to it, you can do whatever you want. Let's talk on Iman Gadzi because like I'm pretty sure the backstory of him, like he had a single mum and he was living not in the best conditions, and he just thought, right, I'm gonna retire mum one day, and he's got around to doing it. Do you know what I mean? He's got around to doing it.
He's a fucking mega churner, bro.
Mega dog. Iman Gadzi is such a role model.
He's a mega churner, mate. He's absolute, yeah. You can't not knock anything he's done, bro. He's just a super duper duper churner, and he's just made the right decisions. I think, you know what I mean? I think the biggest thing to your success is as well, like once you're at a point, you just need amazing people to come and work with you. You can't do anything without like amazing people. Like it's just like
A team.
Yeah, you can't do everything on your own, bro. And that's what I think. Like that's the hardest thing. Is like, you know, knowing what the crack is and knowing to, you know, employ amazing people and just fucking doing it in a sense.
If there's something in the back of your mind that you need to do, whether it's, you know, start a side hustle or start this project in the garage, whatever you need to do, like literally put it to your mind and just do it. And that's the best advice possible. And this is something that I sort of deal with myself. Like I have lots of stuff on the side that I try and do, even like, you know, editing videos and stuff like that, but I just count to 3 sometimes. I'll be sat there in bed on TikTok, mindlessly scrolling, and I'll just think, right, I've got this stuff to do, let's just do it, and I'll count to 3 and I'll just hop out of bed. I'll go 1, 2, 3, done.
100%.
like, you know,
It works.
Got home from footy, and obviously we had a lot, like busy day in work, and then got home from footy. I was just sat on the couch. I was like, oh my god, I need to go and get some food, and I was like, 3, 2, 1, and then just fucking got
Just works.
Yeah.
You don't give yourself time to like yourself time to like prepare. Nothing. Just count down, do it.
Yeah.
So I can get it done, innit?
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing, mate. It's just like you're not always gonna be motivated, so just fucking discipline in it, and that's why like
Self-discipline,
mad shit, like, you know, things that like test you, bruv. Quick point, David Goggins' book, mate. Can't hurt me, bro. That is the whole thing. Is about, he calls it mental callousing. You know when you get calluses on your hands and your skin gets tough and that. Yeah. Like it's about that, and it's about like
got baby hands, really.
it's about like about like callousing your mind. That's what he says, and he's saying like doing hard shit after hard shit after hard shit, it boosts your threshold for more hard shit and like getting shit done, and you know, and the more you do that shit, the more you put yourself through this, that not wanting to do it, it just becomes like innate. And you know, like when you would have something quite small to do and you felt that way, the small things won't feel like that anymore, but obviously things just start getting bigger and bigger and bigger, so you still feel it the whole way through, but it becomes you're less like, you've got like less of like a resistance to do things because you callous yourself so hard. Like the man does like fucking 130 kilometer fucking runs, bro, 24 hours running.
Do you know what it's like actually?
Insane, bro.
You see them people who do barefoot now and they train their feet to hard environments.
Yeah.
Literally that.
Bro, you seen that? Oh, this is super guru-y. Seen that thing about like earthing yourself? So like when you wear shoes all the time, like you fucking like current, and this is so. I do not believe this, but this is just this is a random point.
Did you watch this off TikTok by any chance?
Yeah, I've seen it loads of times, but basically they say that like I can't think what the fucking benefit is though. So this is a bit of an irrelevant point, but people say that like you should earth yourself, so you should like stand your feet on the ground, and it like neutralizes the current in your body. Because if you don't, then you like your current in your body like builds up and shit, and then if you put your feet on the actual earth, it just goes. Oh, someone's ringing me. Someone wants me to move the McLizzy.
Hi, can you move the McCann, please?
Hello.
This is staying in this.
Just reflects.
Yeah, this is staying in.
You know worries, I'll come do
2
it now.
seconds.
I'll move.
Go on, thank you. Bye.
600 LT Spider.
On that note, boys. Should we run it there?
Yeah, let's wrap up. Do you want to do the honours, Milo?
So everyone, thank you for watching. Yeah, if you want to become a CCN member, even though we've basically not even talked about that, but like you easily churn cash from it, and you know, we've obviously talked about churning, like, you know, what you should be doing to churn more cash and, you know, going outside your comfort zone. Where do you think the cash is outside your comfort zone? The link will be in the description, and you can, like, become a reseller. And that's basically it. And, you know, it's up to you. It's your choice, you know. If you don't want to take that, if you don't want to do that, then that's on you, mate. And, like, if you don't fancy the 1,500 quid, then it's your own choice. But it's right there for the taking. So, link in the description. But, everyone, thank you for watching. Hopefully there's some insight in here.
And let us know in the comments down below what you'd like to see on the next video, what topics, any questions you want to ask us. Literally let us know in the comments down below, and we'll see you on the next one.